Have you ever typed something in Excel and thought, oh no, I've broken it. The numbers have jumped around or something's disappeared. Well, the good news is you cannot break Excel. You can type in the wrong place and you can do the wrong thing, but it's easily undone and you're never going to break it. So today I'm going to show you how typing in Excel actually works. Let's get stuck in. So as a quick refresher from the last video, to open Excel we're simply going to click on the search bar down the bottom. A reminder that I'm using a Windows laptop. And if it doesn't appear in your apps list, you can simply type Excel into that search bar. We're going to start with a new blank workbook. And the first thing that we're going to learn today is that we can see columns all the way to V at the moment, and we can see rows down to 33. So we've got a lot of real estate, a lot of cells that we're not going to be using. So we can actually zoom in to make our lives a little bit easier and make it a bit clearer for what we're actually working on. So in the bottom right hand corner, you can see there's a minus sign that says zoom out. There's a continuous bar in the middle which you can hold and drag if you want to, and there's also a plus which is the zoom in, and you can see we're currently viewing the zoom level at 100%. So we're going to just click the plus button, zoom in a little bit. Doesn't matter what you do, but whatever gets it to a size where you can see it comfortably, and that is how you zoom in and out of your spreadsheet. So we're going to start with something simple for typing in Excel. You remember that the cell with the green box around it is the one that we're currently selecting. So that is A1. We can change it to B2, C3, for example. Now, if I start typing, what I typed will appear in the box that was selected. So now here's something worth remembering because a lot of beginners get confused here. Single click selects and double click edits. So once you see that flashing cursor line at the end of hello, you're now editing that text. At this point, I'm actually changing what I've typed in that cell. For example. So, very important thing to remember that single click selects, double click edits. Now there are going to be times when you think that you're typing into a cell that you aren't, and that's going to cause you some problems. So right now the actual cell that is selected is C3. If I am to move my mouse over to here, if I don't click on F3 and just start typing, you can see that Excel doesn't care where my mouse is. It only cares about the actual box, the actual cell that I had selected. And you will note that when I had selected the cell, it just completely typed over what was already in there. The good thing to know with Excel, and just reiterating the fact that you cannot break it, we have an undo button. So if something like this happens where you thought you were typing in F3 and all of a sudden what you had in C3 is gone and it's replaced by what you just typed, there's a button up the top here which is a backwards arrow, and it will say undo your last action. So if we click on that once, what I had in C3 returns. I had hello, hi, and now if I want to click on F3, I'm going to write hello hello again, and this time it works properly. This is going to become a very useful tool for you, the undo button. Your arrow keys can move you all around the spreadsheet as well. So the spreadsheet is basically one large table or grid, and you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to navigate that grid. If you were to press enter, enter moves down, and if you are to press tab, tab moves across. So enter goes down, tab moves across. Another common thing that confuses first-time users is the difference between backspacing and deleting. So when you click a cell that has text like hello, hi, and press delete, that clears the entire cell. So we'll undo that now with our new learned trick up the top, our back arrow undo. Now when we're editing the cell rather than just having it selected, now when we press delete, it's going to delete the text ahead of where we were deleting. And when we backspace, when we're editing, it will delete, it will remove one letter at a time. So the key thing to remember here is that when you have the entire cell selected, backspace is not just going to edit what's inside it, it's going to completely remove it. If you're new to Excel, there are a few common traps that catch almost everyone out, and that's simply because you don't know what you don't know. But the good news is we've got another video covering those exact mistakes, and once you learn them, they are super simple. So stick around, because before long we'll be doing a lot more than just typing in Excel. We'll be creating our very own spreadsheets with confidence. See you in the next one.